So I wanted to do a little update on my fast that I'm doing. I'm going to fast for 1 to 2 weeks, doing what I call a protein sparing modified fast. So where I start in a 3 to 500 calorie range and then slowly ease to just straight nutritional ketosis, and then ease back on some calories towards the end as I start to get leaner. So what I started out doing was using just some Madava agave. So I got this from the Terrain Modification Protocols of Dr. Robert Cassar. I used to, back in the day, do the Stanley Burroughs Master Cleanse, and I found that it really made me crave sugar, and I didn't feel very good because I was these spikes and drops in blood sugar, and I really hated it. So people say, oh, agave, isn't that a lot of fructose? Yes, it is. It's good to get clean agave. This has been tested for 130 different toxins and heavy metals and pollutants. If it's raw agave, that is even better too because it's less fructose, more inulin. Normally I like the Ohio brand, but I was just at the grocery store and that was what they had, and this was the best brand that they had. So Ohio brand is not heat treated, so it's about 50% inulin, which is a prebiotic fiber for your gut bacteria. Then I will soak some chia seeds. Not sure if you can see them there in the bottom. This is a lot because this is probably the last day, at least for a while, that I'm going to do the chia seeds. So the agave gives you just a little bit of calories, and since the fructose has to go to your liver to be converted into calories, it is a slow time release of calories. Now, normally I avoid fructose like the plague, but I will say that the agave is very magical for transitioning into a fast very quickly and easily. It's a lot gentler on the stomach than MCT oil, and you get those calories immediately because your body breaks down fructose fairly easily. Whereas if your liver is not adapted and your body is not producing as much bile, it's going to be very difficult to use MCT oil, or even it's going to be very difficult to use MCT oil. Now, even if you're using whatchamacallit, exogenous ketone salts, those can also kind of upset the stomach. So I found that it's pretty crazy. I only do like 3 tablespoons a day, which is like 250 calories. Yes, that is a lot of sugar, but that's about all I'm consuming. Now the chia seeds are whole and soaked. They go straight through you like this. So like they don't really digest. They don't really spike blood glucose. To my knowledge, they don't activate autophagy, but I can't really test autophagy except my blood glucose and ketones. Now I was using this green superfood amazing grass that's berry flavored. It has some, some different antioxidant rich superfoods, some fiber, a few probiotics and some enzymes and stuff like that. Perfect Food by Garden of Life is also great. I was also using this Barley Life barley grass juice powder for a while. It doesn't have any flavor though, whereas this has a little bit of berry flavor. I also started using this electrolyte powder, Dr. Berg's electrolyte powder, raspberry lemon flavor. The reason I like it is because it's potassium, a little bit of calcium and magnesium, little tiny bit of sodium. Okay, so I have a bunch of Himalayan salt. So I had, I got my salt here. Woo! So what I like about this one is that it's stevia sweetened. It doesn't have any other artificial sweeteners or anything. It's got a decent flavor, some citric acid and malic acid for flavor as well. And you can add your own sodium to it. So at the beginning, when you're doing the agave, you don't want the sodium because it will give you the runs. You don't want to add salt to it if you're not in ketosis and your insulin is not down. So now that I'm in nutritional ketosis, sorry for the light behind me. Now that I'm in nutritional ketosis, which is like 1.5 to 2.5 millimoles per deciliter of blood, is optimal ketone level. I did a blood test. You can also use urine sticks if you prefer. If you're not keto adapted, then those will still work. So now that I'm transitioning to no more agave, just 2 days in, so people are like, fructose. I'm like, I had 6 tablespoons over 2 days, which is way less than one single soda, okay, over that whole period of time. And now I don't even need it because I'm in ketosis. My appetite is going down. So I just have this with a teaspoon of salt instead of a tablespoon of agave, because now I'm going to need a little bit more of the salt. And the other reason, I could wait till tomorrow, but I just walked about 3 miles. It was like an hour-long walk. I was sweating a lot. So I have my amazing grass, my soaked chia seeds, this with my with my calcium, potassium, and magnesium, and then I added my own sodium to it. Those are the four macro minerals that you really need during a fast. Um, so the chia seeds are just a bulking agent to help your stomach feel full, and it also kind of clears out your digestive tract, just to make sure you're still getting rid of anything that may be in there. It also has a lot of soluble fiber that's good for your gut bacteria. So that's also part of the reason why I use something like this. A green powder like Amazing Grass or Perfect Food by Garden of Life is because your gut microbes are going to get mad if you don't feed them anything. I've tried a lot of saltwater fasts and electrolyte water fasts, and your gut microbes get real upset. So once you really transition into it and you're just doing like sodium, potassium, magnesium, um, and calcium, something that I'll do is I'll add some aloe juice. That is a really helpful addition to my water. I'm experimenting with doing it with just my filtered water. I have like an 8-stage filter that alkalizes it just a little bit, um, instead of my usual Evian water or Mountain Valley spring water or something like that. Um, just as an experiment to see if I can. I'm trying to figure out ways that make it a little easier for other people to fast, normal people, so they can get into it easily, get a, get a lot of results really quickly, and then come out of it fairly easily as well. So I may make a new Deer Lake Lodge protocol. We'll see. So that's all for now. Talk to you soon.